What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and tomorrow is game day. The Indianapolis Colts will begin their season as they host the Seattle Seahawks. I'm absolutely pumped about this game. You're absolutely pumped about this game. It's the most wonderful time of the year when the NFL season begins. You could be a fan of any team in general, but we can all agree this is the best time of the year. So before I get into it, really quick, if you're new or if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. We just passed 400 subscribers recently, which is just mind blowing to me. So thank you so much for doing so. And I would hope that if you haven't already, that you would join me on this journey and click that subscribe button. Also click the bell icon. That way you're notified whenever a video goes up or a live stream happens. If you like this video, smack the like button. Let me know in the comments below on who you think is going to win this game. So I want to talk about Seattle, and the first thing we have to talk about when it comes to Seattle is Russell Wilson. I mean, the guy is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't think anybody's really going to disagree with that. I mean, I think we all came to a conclusion that, hey, Russell Wilson's pretty good at this thing called football, and he's one of the best to do it right now. I mean, the guy is magic when he's on the field. He can do things that not a lot of quarterbacks can do in the NFL. I mean, you can put this guy on a lot of teams in this league, and he's going to bring them to the same or more success that he's been able to do with Seattle. I mean, the guy is magic. You can rely on him when it matters the most. So if we're going to beat this team with Russell Wilson out there, we're going to have to go in with a really good game plan. And I believe that Matt Eberflus can come up with a game plan that's good enough to contain Russell Wilson, because you're not going to stop Russell Wilson, right? You can't just stop the guy. You got to contain him. You got to make sure he doesn't do the things that he does best all the time. You're going to have to contain him as best you can. And I believe Matt Eberflus can definitely form a game plan that will be able to slow down Russell Wilson. So let's talk about Seattle's receivers next. DK Metcalf, honestly, one of the best receivers in the NFL. He's one of those receivers that if you make one tiny little mistake that normally wouldn't affect the drive a whole lot, he's going to burn you. He has that kind of speed. He has everything you would want. He is truly one of the best receivers, and I do believe he can really solidify himself as a top 5 receiver this season because he's just that good. Now, there's another receiver that Seattle has that not a lot of people that don't pay attention to much football, they won't really know who this guy is, and it's Tyler Lockett. The casuals, the guys that watch their team, they'll watch the Super Bowl, but they won't really watch much else of football. They don't know who Tyler Lockett is, right? Tyler Lockett is a really good receiver that he's the number 2 on Seattle, sure. But if you put him on any other team, he has the potential to be a number 1 receiver. Most teams he would be a number 1 receiver, but you'll have those occasional teams like Buffalo or, I guess Kansas City with Tyreek Hill. He wouldn't be a number 1 receiver there, but on most teams, he absolutely would. I mean, these two together are absolutely terrifying, and it's going to really hurt because Xavier Rhodes is not going to play in this game. So Rock's got to step up, and then whoever takes over for Rock, whether it's TJ Carey or Isaiah Rodgers, they got to step up too, or else it could be a long, long day for this defense. And speaking of defense, let's talk about Seattle's defense before heading over to Indy and the things I'm expecting from them. Besides Jamal Adams and Bobby Wagner, not too worried about this defense. I think our offensive line will be okay. That's why I was fine with Julian Davenport getting the start over Eric Fisher, because I think he'll be okay in this game. I don't think Seattle's defensive line is going to be able to get much pressure on Carson Wentz. I think we're going to be fine. So, really, again, Bobby Wagner, really good. Jamal Adams, really good. But besides those two, it's not really a defense I'm too worried about for Indianapolis. Now let's go over to Indianapolis here and Carson Wentz. What are we going to get from Carson Wentz today? And I believe, honestly, we're going to get a really good game from Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz is going to go out there and he's going to perform well. We're finally going to see him with a good offensive line again. That is something he has been missing, and he's going to get it. Plus, he's got receivers. He's got a running back group, and he's got a really good team. So this is not like Philly, where he had to put the team on his back and carry them. He doesn't have to do that in this game. He doesn't have to do that at all this year. He's going to be able to do what Carson Wentz does best, and that is just play ball. He's not going to be worried about, oh, I got to be Superman today. He doesn't have to do that, and I think that's really going to help Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz is going to have a lot of fun going up against the Seattle defense. Another thing I'm really excited about is this Colts running back group. Jonathan Taylor is going to do what he does best, and that is run the ball and run it dominantly. Marlon Mack, very curious to see what he does as well. Is he going to get close to what he was in 2019, or is he just not going to play the same? We're going to find that out tomorrow. Also, Nyheim Hines got his contract extension. I expect big things from him today, both when it comes to running the football and catching the football. Also excited to see what this receiving group looks like because this is our first look at the Colts without T.Y. Hilton. Okay, because we know he's going to be gone probably after this year. So this is the first time we're going to see Indianapolis without T.Y. Hilton. Does Michael Pittman or Paris Campbell step up? Could Zach Pascal step up? We're going to find out tomorrow. Is Michael Strawn the receiver that a lot of us Colts fans believe he is? We'll find that out tomorrow too. And then also Ashton Doolin. It's nice to see him get out there from time to time too. And then of course the defensive line, super excited to see that too. I think Kwity Paye is going to add a whole new element to this defensive line. It's going to make it better, which is going to help the secondary because they're going to need help today. They're definitely going to need help. Even if they had a Xavier Rhodes, they were going to need help because the receivers they have in Seattle are just so good. Now, when it comes down to who I believe will win this game, I think it's going to come down to which team plays better against the opposing team's defense. And to me, I have the Colts winning because I believe Carson Wentz and the Colts offense will have more success against the Seahawks defense than Russell Wilson and the Seahawks offense will have against the Colts defense. It's going to be a really good game, though. Close game, 3-7 point win for Indianapolis today. That's just how he's, or tomorrow, I should say. That's just how I see this game going. So thank you all for watching. If you're new or if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also click the bell icon. That way you're notified whenever a video goes up as well as when we go live on here. If you like this video, smack the like button. Let me know in the comments below on who you think is going to win this game and why you think I'm right or wrong. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.